Our first speaker tonight became friends with Dustin because of his shared interest in magic. He says that he loved going to magic club meetings in Dustin's car with the top down. He's been a magician for more than 7 decades. Please welcome the fantastic Kent Cummins.
Dustin loved card tricks, so it seems to me I should start with some beautiful card manipulations. First, the beautiful, though difficult, Niagara Falls with a deck of cards. But even more difficult, Niagara Falls from the Canadian side. The pièce de résistance, the crème de la crème of card manipulations. The beautiful but deadly Niagara Falls in the winter. Your heart out, David Copper for you. Yeah, I met Dustin when my son Kevin hired him as one of the first employees of City Post Cop House. And my wife Margot and I go almost every day, it seemed like, for lunch, trying to support this fledgling business. But at the same time, they had the best lunch food in a long time. We had to try everything in the menu. And this really ebullient, friendly guy would frequently wait on us. He learned what my iced tea preferences were right away. And I would say, wasn't Justin nice? And Margaret would say, it's Dustin. Okay, the next time I'd say, hi, Jason. It's Dustin. I've got to find a way to remember his name. Then I do this with people's names. I try to find some kind of a mnemonic, some kind of a visual image. And I thought, well, every time he comes over, it seems like he's dusting the table. Okay, so it's Dustin. He dusts the table when he comes by. And it really didn't make any sense at all, but I haven't called him by the wrong name. Margot and I are sitting at the little bar there, not the big bar in the thing now, the little bar in front in the oyster bar area. And Dustin was fixing me an iced tea just the way I like it. And he looked over, he says, hey Kent, I hear you're a magician. And I said, yeah, guilty as charged. He said, I love magic! And I was telling a story to people at the Magic Club. And Dustin said, I didn't do that. I said, I love magic. Dustin, you said, I love magic. And Margot was there. I have a witness. Because that's the way Dustin did everything. Now, because he loved magic, we're going to do just a little bit of magic. And one that seemed particularly relevant to me was the 3-card Monty. You see, the 3-card Monty is a card trick that he actually performed a smaller version of this at the bar at City Post. I watched him do it. Then he and I talked about the best way to do the trick. In this particular case, the idea is to find the joker. And I put it between 2 3s because it's a 3-card Monty, and those are easy cards to see. And there's a little bit of a hint to make it easier for you, so that as I mixed up the cards, which one is the joker? Okay. Most people would say this one, and I'd have to say, nah, it's not the 2 3s. But I'd also have to say the joke's on you, because this isn't a joker, it's the Jack of Diamonds, and I call that a good Southern gentleman. And one of the things I learned about Dustin was everybody said he loves cash. And I thought, oh, I get that. He's working as a bartender. He doesn't want you to put the tip on the credit card. He loves cash. And then I found out that's not exactly what people meant. I don't. think he objected to this kind of Cash, but the Cash, his four-legged furry friend who was his roommate and best friend for a long time, really, I think Cash was a big deal in Dustin's life. That's really true. But when Dustin became the head bartender at City Post, the City Post became more of a going concern. Naturally, he loved craft cocktails. He loved inventing craft cocktails. He loved serving them. And yet, my favorite drink was a bourbon and Coke. Pretty easy drink to make, no matter how skilled you are. But that's what my daddy always drank. And so that's what I started drinking when I got old enough to drink. 13? We grew up in Louisiana, come on. No, when I got to college, it was about the time I started drinking a little bit, and bourbon and Coke was my family drink. And then when I became a lieutenant in the Army, my first duty assignment, Colonel Ted Crozier, my boss, said, all the officers are coming to the Officers Club at 5 o'clock on Friday for happy hour. Yes, sir. And he said, and you're having Jack Daniels and Coke. So I'm really destined to prefer a simple highball. But I was delighted to find out that at City Post, when you order a bourbon and Coke, they bring you a real Coke in a bottle, which I think is incredibly cool. And so I thought I would do a trick with it. This trick's in the bag. Put the Coke in the bag. Say the magic words, Aldebarandico, Foscofornio, Polaroid, Polyunsaturated. And the Coke disappears. I know, some of you are skeptical. Some of you are skeptical. I can prove that it's gone. Yep. That's not really that hard a trick. The hard trick is to bring it back again. Cadabra, cadabra. Come on! You all really don't seem to trust me at all. I don't think you understand that. All right. I've got to do one more card trick. And I'm wearing buttons says I'm visually impaired. No, that's not a motivational saying. That's actually true. I have AMD, age-related macular degeneration. One reason that I needed a ride to the Magic Club meetings, because I do not drive. You don't want me behind the wheel of the car anymore. But I can see that you all are out there, and I decided to get a deck of cards that was big enough for me to see, and it'll be a little bit easier since there's so many people here. I'd say it was an ordinary deck of cards, but that would be ridiculous. But except for the size, it's an ordinary deck of cards in that it's 52 cards plus 2 jokers, all different on the front, all the same on the back. And I need somebody, I think they have to be a good person. What I would like you to do is to select one card. It's the old take a card, any card trick. But when the trick's over, you're going to think, oh, he somehow forced me to take that particular card. And yeah, magicians could do that. But now that you've been warned, I'm not doing anything. Just take, don't pull it all the way out yet. Okay, maybe I forced that one on you. If you like, you can put it back and take another one. Now you can. Are you sure that you're happy with it? That it's a free choice? Free choice. Okay, take it out. Don't let me see this. That's kind of silly. All right, it's not one of these. Maybe if I could memorize these 51. Oh no, there are jokers in there too, never mind. Here's the deal. The reason I'm doing this trick is because when my kids were growing up, we ran a chain of sandwich shops in Austin called the Sandwich Shops. And this is a menu from those days. And the regular price sandwiches are $1.35. No, $1.55, and the big ones are $1.75. This was in the 70s, okay? I recall a grilled cheese, which we called the Gorilla cheese, was 99 cents. Anyway, we ran this chain for 15 years, Kevin famously told me, I am never getting in the restaurant business. Because he saw how hard Margo and I work. I kept a log of the hours that we put that were related to business. Standing behind the counter, making sandwiches, cleaning up, doing the bookkeeping, doing the paperwork, the marketing. And I swear there were weeks when it was well over 100 hours a week. And so Kevin says, yeah, you're working too hard. I'll never do that. And then he married a woman who became a chef. And opened a restaurant. And then opened another restaurant. So now Kevin opens a restaurant. And I saw a thing in the paper that said legendary restaurateur Kevin Clemens, and I laughed my face off. But we did finally sell the chain after 15 years so that I could become a magician, so that she could have a real life again. And I mean, those are not completely related. And I think she said it. And I decided I would take my favorite sandwich from the sandwich shops and put it into a box lunch. We're famous for our box lunches. And I could use that box lunch as a prize if I ever failed to find someone's selected car. And that was, we sold it in 1986. Still got it. Because I'm a pretty good magician after all these years. So, take another look at that card. You can hold it up and let other people see if you want to. I won't be. But don't let me see it. Okay. Take a good look at it. Okay. Make your mind a complete blank. Just to make this easy, cards are either red or black. Concentrate on the color, red or black. I believe I have read your mind. It's a red card, yes?
Yes, sir.
That means it's either a diamond or a heart. Concentrate on the suit. Not the suit that Dustin used to wear. Oh my. The suit, it's either hearts or diamonds. I can tell you have a big heart. I could tell that from Dustin. I think we can often judge each other by the way our children turn. So I think I'm pretty cool. Let's see. Okay, it's no, I think it's a diamond. I think it's a diamond. Is it a diamond?
Yes, sir.
Excellent. Now we're down to 13 cards. He's too big. Concentrate on the card itself, the number, or the letter. I think I've got it. I always get it right. By pure coincidence, it's a lucky number and it happens to be my favorite card, 7 of diamonds. This is where you say, yes, sir, that's right.
No.
No. In the olden days, magicians had beautiful assistants. One of my favorite all-time and most beautiful assistants was my daughter, Carolyn. Carolyn, you're here somewhere. Would you come out of retirement, please? When she moved to Georgetown and started her own business, she said, okay, Dad, I'm retired from being a magician's assistant. But retired means you don't get paid anymore, right? All right. If you will hold this, please. Let's find out what he got. It looks like a bell pepper. Okay, well that's a little odd. Something fishy about the stuff in this lunchbox. The magic words. Have a banana. What is this? Okay, I don't care at all for this trip. Oh, it's a bagel. Oh no, wait a minute. It's frosted. It must be a donut. Oh, this spud's for you. I never saw such a lunch. This was ridiculous. Oh, the creme de la creme. A sandwich. A slice of bread. Lettuce. Tomato. Ham. Cheese. Swiss cheese. Wouldn't it be amazing if in this sandwich were a picture of the card that you chose? Yes. Yes, it would. Hold the card up and say in a very loud voice, what card did you choose?
The King of Diamonds.
King of Diamonds. Here we go. Okay. Can you see this picture? Ace on the top. There's King of Diamonds. You want to see? It's the King of Diamonds. It's right there. And one more round of applause for my beautiful assistant. And every good magic show has to end sometime, but one thing that I've learned... I have to tell you one more quick story. Oh my gosh. I had invited Dustin to a particular Magic Club meeting that he hadn't been to before. And he says, I can't go. I've got plans with my sister. And I said, well, that's really nice. And we're talking about stuff and whatever. And he says, yeah, Missy's got this. I said, Missy? He said, yeah, Missy there, my sister. I said, what? I've known Missy for 6 years or something like that. She helped Rachel start the Sweet Lemon Kitchen. Is it your sister is Missy? Yeah? Oh, good grief. So, we are all family. And since all of us are related one way or another to Dustin, I think we will all always have some music. Thank you, Margaret.
You're welcome.
When a magician dies, the magic community often gets together in this kind of a setting and performs what is known as the Broken Wand Ceremony. The International Brotherhood of Magicians and the Society of American Magicians, two major magic organizations in this country, both have versions of that particular ceremony. And Dustin was active in both of those organizations. So that seems like an appropriate additional way to honor him. And of course, it falls to me. In 2005, I was aware there was such a thing as a Broken Wand Ceremony, but I had never seen one. I had never read the script, the way it was done. I wasn't familiar with it really. And one of my great friends in magic, the dominant magician in Austin for many years, Fred Scott Donaldson, passed away. And his widow, Judy, another dear personal friend, said, Kent, would you do the Broken Wand Ceremony for Fred? I said, wow, I'm honored. I don't, let me do some research and find out about it. She says, one other thing. Don't say anything religious. And that's interesting because different people have different spiritual journeys. And some people's spiritual journey takes them away from organized religion and it becomes a detriment instead of a benefit. So I read all the ceremonies which were written 100 years ago and put together something just for him. I thought it was interesting. This is one of his posters, Scott the Magician. He was known as the Great Scott. I am not making this up. He was my best friend in magic for many years in Austin. And it was the first time I ever did a Broken Wand ceremony. And it was for my magician friend. Great stuff. And the most recent time that I'm about to, it's for another magician. It's great stuff. In between, I am sorry to say that I've been honored to do more than half a dozen broken wand ceremonies, especially in the last couple of years. We've lost some of our own idols in the magic community. So I've gotten very good at this. But there isn't a perfect way to do it. There isn't a wrong way to do it, just like there isn't a wrong way to have a celebration. But it's an important ceremony for a big piece of who he was. Now, I used to teach magic classes at the University of Texas. Oh yeah. And I've taught lots of magic to kids. And my second class is usually called Tools of the Magician's Trade. And we talk about the things that magicians use. Top hats. Of course, Abraham Lincoln wore a top hat. People wore top hats to the opera. It's not exclusive to magicians. Okay, they pull a rabbit out, but rabbits are an icon of Easter. That they're a culinary treat in some countries. They're pets, and so they're not unique to magicians. Well, playing cards. Well, yeah, but anybody that plays hearts or poker or bridge or anything uses playing cards. They're well-established magicians, but not unique to magicians. The beautiful assistant, which was so traditional not that long ago, was equally traditional with CEOs. But there's one thing, one tool of the magician's trade, which is unique. Chefs don't use a magic wand to stir the bouillabaisse. Gardeners don't use a magic wand to till the soil. Fencers don't go en garde with a magic wand. Baseball players don't use a magic wand to hit it out of the park. Only magicians. And so, I've asked my friend Chris Walden, also a friend of Dustin's, if he would create a magic wand for the ceremony for our friend Dustin. Chris? Thank you. It's beautiful. Handmade with love. The magic wand, the symbol of the magician's art. A unique tool, a unique artifact. And yet, without the magician to wield the wand, it's just a painted stick. It has no more power. The power remains, and the magic remains, and the memories left behind, as we've been discussing this evening together. So, you have his first magic set, his last magic wand. And we will have other remembrances at the various Magic Club meetings, although I'm going to have to find a new ride.